Alright guys, so today's video is all about why self-awareness is even something worth bothering with. Like, why even talk about all these topics? Why even ask these questions about yourself or about life? Why even look into why your life is the way that it is? Like, who really cares? I want you guys to look at your life like a map. Like your GPS, for example. Your GPS cannot give you a route unless it knows exactly where you're at. Is that right or wrong? Like, if you only put in your destination and it can't read your location, it gives you some like error signal, or I don't know, it just can't do it. It doesn't do it. It doesn't work. It has to know where you're starting from in order to get to the destination that you desire. That is life, my friends. And this is where self-awareness comes into play. In the 18 plus years that I've been working in the fields of cognitive and behavioral psychology, I have found to be very, very true, proven time and time again, that the best way for humans to get where they're going is to know exactly where they are. This is what I call putting a pin in the map. And as I'm sure most of you know, there are tons of fun ways of doing this. There's personality tests and astrology charts and human design and enneagrams and therapy and sports. Anything that tests your limits and puts you up against the reality of who it is you are and like how you're showing up in the world. That's what this is about. This is all like a fun way of doing that. These are all tools that we can use for this putting a pin in the map purpose. But here's the secret sauce, guys. Self-awareness is completely useless if all you're going to do is use it as one more excuse to stay where you're at in life. You know what I'm talking about. How many times have you heard someone justify their shitty behavior based purely on some shiny label that they like to slap right over it? But not you. We are going to use this tool of self-awareness to pull us towards our desired destination in life. We are not going to use it to stay where we're at and justify why we're there. Now, don't get me wrong. I love knowing that I'm a Virgo sun, Capricorn moon, Libra rising, ISFJ assertive, Enneagram 5 with a 9 wing, manifesting generator, secure introvert with an auditory digital representational system. Whew. Yes, I love that shit. And I also know that I can own all those parts of who I am without self-identifying as any of these parts, because they're parts, they're clues, they're tools, they're puzzle pieces. They do not represent the entirety of who I am or ultimate truth in any way. Ownership over identification is the key to effective self-awareness. And self-awareness is our gateway to consciousness. And consciousness is where we are at. So yes, know who you are. Have fun exploring how you're wired and how all your default programs operate. Know these things here so we can transcend these things here. This is how we begin to see what has been operating behind the scenes and very unconsciously for our entire lives, so that we can then begin to wiggle all this information over to our conscious awareness. This is how the map to our life's greatest treasures gets laid out. Detours, shortcuts, and all. This is conscious discovery. Have fun.